Let me go. Oh gosh, Molly Qerim of ESPN, she was freaking outraged by this. I mean, she was in a tizzy, and I want to discuss it. Let's listen to her.
Consistencies and hypocrisy, and I just like
Jesus. Let me get back to it. I'm sorry, y'all. I pressed the wrong button. Let me find it. Let me find it. We're a one-man band here. Come on, Molly.
you guys talked about inconsistencies and hypocrisy, and I just like to read something and take this in a different direction here on International Women's Day.
Sure.
Domestic violence, dating violence, child abuse, and other forms of family violence or sexual assault involving physical force are committed against someone incapable of giving consent. A first offense will subject the offender to a baseline suspension of pay, a suspension of 6 games without pay. So I just have to say, I wish there was the same intensity and energy for protecting women and children that there is for the integrity of the game. Because again, what I just read to you, abuse and violence against women and children is 6 games, but betting is a 1-year suspension. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just cannot sit up here again on International Women's Day and not bring that up.
All right. Good on you, Molly, for bringing this up on International Women's Day. Because you're right. The integrity of the game, in the grand scheme of things, it's way less important than the treatment of women and children in society. And guess what? Society punishes those who are found guilty of mistreating women and children more than society punish those who can interfere with the integrity and the purity of the game in society. Because you have players who are found guilty of egregious crimes. You look at Ray Rice. He got 2 games for beating his fiance, but he got suspended 2 games initially, and he hasn't played since that incident happened, okay? And I'm not defending him at all. Adrian Peterson, felony child abuse, 6 games. Greg Hardy beat his girlfriend. He got 10 games, then it was reduced to 4. Ezekiel Elliott got 6 games, and it says hitting women, but Zeke Elliott's thing was not that cut and dry. It was some he got in trouble for many things. Josh Gordon, 6 seasons for smoking weed, and Calvin Ridley, 17 games for using FanDuel. Okay, got it. Here's the thing. The NFL is not here to be a moral compass. The NFL is here to provide the best football product in the world. The NFL is here to have the highest rated American TV show year in and year out. The National Football League is here to make money. And guess what? Putting the best players on the field is what makes money for the NFL. So excuse me if the NFL doesn't care, doesn't follow your same moral compass. Now, if you have an issue with the NFL's lack of moral compass, don't watch, don't consume. Hey, Molly Qerim, don't talk about the NFL. Hey, Molly Qerim, don't work for elite, don't work for a network that's in bed with the NFL. Don't work for a network that is fueled by the NFL. You know what? That's like you wearing blood diamonds, and then saying, oh, I should send some money over to Africa to stop the nasty war, the nasty fighting over these diamonds. You got the blood diamonds in your ear, then you have the nerve to say, oh my God, I can't believe what's going on over there. What an atrocity. You make a lot of money covering the NFL. You make a lot of money talking about the NFL. Now, sure, call the NFL out all you want. But if you really have an issue with the NFL and what they're doing, stand on it. It's not the NFL's job to lead, guide, and direct this country. It's lawmakers. And if the consumer continues to watch the product, if you continue to buy the jerseys, if you continue to gamble on the games, Why would the NFL change? They are a money-making business. Now, you tell me any other career field, any other industry where we're going to go in there and regulate who they hire. We care about who's teaching our kids. We don't want like felons and child and sex offenders teaching our kids. But outside of that, what do we really care? What does it really matter if we have immoral people playing in the NFL? It's a job. I don't care. Big baby to go, don't care. And if you care, I'm not knocking you for caring. You can care all you want, but what I don't want you to do is sit on your moral high horse and talk about the NFL needs to do better by women and children. It's International Women's Day and all. Yeah, okay. You think the NFL gives a damn about International Women's Day? You think the NFL gives a damn about fucking women and children? The NFL doesn't. The NFL cares about dollars and cents. And as long as them dollars and cents keep making sense, the NFL's not going to change. We talk about all the issues with racial inequalities in the NFL. You know why nothing's changing? Because we're still watching. The best players are still playing. So why would they change the motto? Twitter is not real life. Instagram is not real life. It is a small microcosm of society. But it's not society. Because more people would rather watch the NFL than watch Twitter. Yeah. So, y'all can be outraged. I'm not a moralist. I would say the NFL is inconsistent, but the NFL's job is not to regulate society, it's to regulate the league. And the NFL is doing what it can to ensure that it has the best product. And they're going to do what they can to have the best product. Now, I'll come on here and I'll kill the NFL if once they have the investigation into Stephen Roth, if it's true that he had a coach, he tried to get a coach to take money to lose games purposefully, he should be banned from the league. Because it's one thing to be a player betting on a game that you have no impact on. Okay, yeah, we give you a season. But if you're an owner who is trying to intentionally lose games and you're in bed with gambling houses, you're making money off this, you don't deserve the privilege of owning a team. And in closing on this, I want y'all to understand that I don't support those who abuse women and those who abuse children. I don't. I think that they need to be dealt with by society accordingly. They need to be rehabilitated. They need to be punished so that they are functional and better contributors to our society. Okay? I want that to be clear. But my bigger point is it's not on the NFL to control that and police that. The NFL will control and police its league as it sees fit and will only make changes. Will only make changes when us, the consumers, or those who make up the league, force their hand. And until we do that, ain't nothing gonna happen. We falling, big baby.